Hi everyone, it's me, B Atikali Sunflower. So I thought I'd hop on today and do unboxing, flip through, and maybe side by side comparison of the Unfolding Path Tarot. So I received the mass market version today, and I do have the indie version. So let's just see if there are any differences. Okay, so let's have a look at the back of the mass market version first. Life is a magical journey. This 78 card tarot deck, featuring beautifully re-imaged archetypes and modern diverse characters, will guide you as you explore the infinite path your life can take. With unique interpretations of traditional Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, the Unfolding Path Tarot introduces a dazzling community of animals, plants, and people. This deck's vibrant artwork, insightful guidebook, and extra sprinkle of magic create the perfect compass for self-discovery. And the cover design is by Julie Davison, and the cover art is by Athene Noctua. I paid about £15 sterling for this deck, but it says here in the US it's $24.99 and in Canada it's $33.99. This deck comes with a two-part box you can put your thumb in and lift off, and the indie deck is just a two-part box. Okay, this one looks like the star card, and I think this interior looks like the Ace of Cups. So let's have a look at the guidebook first. 113 pages, whereas the mass market deck guidebook is just a pull-out giving brief descriptions. It's just not very in-depth. However, they've both got like the same card at the front. This one's a slightly darker colour palette, or slightly duller. So it's published by Hay House, and the contents is clearly written out. It gives you an introduction, tarot basics, using the Unfolding Path Tarot, card spreads, major arcana, minor arcana, and then it goes into each of the suits, about the author and acknowledgements. So it gives you like a 3-page introduction, or 3 and a bit page introduction by the creator, Athena. Talks a bit about tarot basics. Then it goes into each of the suits, giving a little sentence for each one. Then it talks about how to use this tarot deck. Gives you some spreads, so it gives you a single card spread, a 2-card spread, a 3-card spread, Path to Self-Love spread, which is 4 cards. That's interesting. This spread is great for self-reflections. If you are on a journey of self-discovery and want to find your most fulfilling way of being in this world, make this a regular check-in spread. So 4 cards, so the first placement is what fulfills me, second card is what grounds me, third card is what heals me, and fourth card is what helps me blossom. Then there's another 4-card spread, and it's called Where the Path Will Lead Me Today. And then there's a 6-card spread, which is My Soul True Path. Then it goes into each of the cards. So for the major arcana, there's no pictures in this particular guidebook. It gives you the number, the name of the archetype, some keywords, and it just gives you a sentence or two for each card. There's no reversed meanings. So let's have a look at the minor arcana. So the cups, yeah, it's structured that way for both the major and the minor arcana. So the name of the archetype, some keywords, and just a page about the meaning. Again, no reversals. So it's a lot more detailed than the one that you got in the indie deck, which was just a pull out. So let's have a look at the author, about the author. Athene Noctua is the artist and creator behind several oracle and tarot card decks. Her creative process is deeply meditative and forms a key pillar of her spiritual practice. Placing herself at the service of spirit, she works to create divination tools and opens a channel of communication between us and the divine. Living deep in the English countryside on a remote canal barge, her art is inspired by the energies and cycles of life in the natural environment around her. So it's got here acknowledgements. Thank you, my dearest boss. Oh, that's my name, shortened. Okay, so thank you, my dearest boss, for travelling this long and windful path with me these very many years. Your love and support are priceless. Thank you, Steve, for the helping hand and the tennis trips. Finally, my gratitude to Hay House for seeing something special in my work and for inviting me to travel this new and exciting path with them. Okay. So these are the two guidebooks. So let's have a look at the cards. Okay, so this is the indie, this is the mass market. They've got very similar backs, but the mass market deck seems to be a bit more rounded around the corners. Looking from the naked eye, the mass market deck seems to be slightly thicker because they seem to be slightly taller side by side. These are very, very similar colouring. I would say that the mass market deck is slightly lighter in some areas, but there's not much difference at all. This seems to be a bit more sharper, but there's not much difference at all in the colouring. But my naked eye is not very good. I do wear varifocals. I think the indie deck's got a bit more colour. Okay, so that's the side-by-side comparison, flip through. So I'm going to shuffle the mass market version before I give my first impressions. So these ones come across as slightly thicker, in my opinion, just a little bit, than the indie version. Let's see how flexible, but they are quite flexible, but not as flexible as the indie version. But I guess a riffle shuffler could shuffle these cards. They're not stiff, they're just a bit thicker. I also think that the indie version is a bit more deeper in terms of the archetype name and number, and just the colouring is slightly deeper, but apart from that there's not much difference apart from the price. I think I got this on Kickstarter for about £45 if I can remember, and this was just over £15 on Amazon. They're both not edged, so you can put your edge on it, and as I said before, the mass market deck is a bit thicker. So I also find the guidebook a bit more informative than the indie version, which was just a pull out. So I will leave links for the mass market deck in the description bar. I don't think it is an indie deck no more, but if I can find an indie link, I will also link it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.